See, I would tell you off-page SEO basically also means, could definitely mean a lot of things. I mean, it's like I said, Nikunj, that's a very good question, in fact, because SEO, I tell you, it even matters as to what your with your coding and everything that happens in the background. But that is something where you would need technical expertise, because ideally your coding affects page load time and so on. So the code needs to be well written, compressed, and you know exactly where your audience is coming in from. So and the user's experience should be quite smooth. So if you had to do off-page SEO, I would tell you this would also refer to even the technical side of things, where making sure that all the assets or the images on the website aren't heavy, because that affects your page load time and so on. At the same time, off-page SEO also would mean if you have a verified SSL certification, because you normally see that. Have you ever understood the difference between HTTP and HTTPS? If you have an HTTPS, that adds into your search engine rankings, because it's kind of secure. It's a very secure network that you have over there. So SSL certification definitely matters. And then you, of course, have the social media that goes in along, and which plays quite a role when it comes back to mentioning the website. How you have audience moving in from your social media channels to your website and so on. So I think, Nikunj, to summarize it, it basically there are quite a lot of factors like I just mentioned, and all of these play equally an important role. It's all about how soon you fix them or how you prioritize them, I guess. How important is structured data for SEO? By structured data, what do you mean? What do you mean the database files? Do you mean the database files, Shreyas? Or would you be just referring to the content on the website? Okay, I believe you would be referring to as the header tags and how organized the content is on the website. Okay, so in this case, this is one of the other very crucial things, which a lot of websites tend to miss out on. You have a website. I mean, they probably go with a theme which they buy off the internet, and some of these themes are probably visually appealing, but they're not very search engine optimization friendly. So I think the first thing, starting right from the top, every website should have the header tags, and by header tags I mean header 1, header 2, header 3. These are the most crucial ones. If possible, if we still had space and to add in the rest of the headers, which is 4, 5, and 6, I would say it's highly recommended, because I would tell you a lot of these websites have a massive tactical space image. The tactical space image is something which the Google Spider cannot really read. So structured data is very important. This would exactly be the part where your sitemap is in place as well. Because what Google Spider does when it crawls through your website is it goes through the entire listing of all the inside pages and their sub pages and what are the images and so on. So it gives a very clear outline to Google's Spider, which understands the entire structure of your website. So that, I believe, answers to your question, Shreyas. About schemas and microdata? What exactly about schemas would you like to know about? As in, how important would that? You mean this would be basically the data highlighting tool, which is even from Google's Webmaster, correct? That's correct. You're right. A lot of websites tend to ignore the fact about highlighting the data. So I would tell you how does the schema work. It's basically you're going to mark out the certain areas and define what exactly and how should that be treated. So basically, you're going to mark, let's say, let's say on a website, if you have the contact us button, you contact us page where you're gonna mark that maybe you have a certain part of it which is the description for the contact us, or maybe with the location and so on. You're gonna mark that as, you know, location, for example, or address, the business address. So next time when the crawler, the spider which crawls through your website, it will get a clear idea as to what exactly that part of the website refers to. So if I had to show you an example over here, let me probably show you pfc.com. Let's see, I believe this website does have a markup, but I'm just going to look through that. Let's say contact us. Right, so so if we had the data markup, if we really have to put a highlight on this part, you know what exactly we would be doing would be that this would be the description for, this would be the title where you have the bank transfer, so you mark that as a product which you offer, and then you would have this as the description of that. And if you really, in this website, we don't really have a call to action, but ideally, if there was a call to action, we would mark that as, okay, the person's going to click here and has to fill in a form for registering his or her interest. But ideally, I mean, I wouldn't be able to actually show you an example over here on the website because I'm trying to remember which are some of the websites where the markup has been done not quite clearly. Another example which I could possibly look at would be KFH. All right, so if I really had to highlight something on this website, you know, I would actually highlight certain sections of this where you have this, which is the news section, and then you have the different products that come under retail, and then you have, of course, the location-wise, you have the ATM and branch locator here. So I would mark that as, you know, our locations or geographic location when it comes to Google's tool. But this would be something which I can actually do a detailed walkthrough when we are doing the detailed insight on search engine optimization, because this would come from Google's webmaster tools where you can actually mark in certain areas of a page. But I hope you at least have a clearer picture about this, Shreyas, at the moment.